next guests have music in their hearts, and they've waited almost 2 years to play this final concert on June 5th. They're with the London Youth Symphony, and this is a small taste of their rehearsal. That is the London Youth Symphony rehearsing. With me now is Henry Lee, the concert master who will be playing the Viotti concerto that he's been waiting for 2 years to do. And joining him is Seamus Miller, who plays the bass. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. And do we have our other guest as well?
Yes. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning. So, Henry, let me start with you. Tell me about this concert that you are finally playing on June 5th and why the long wait.
So this concert will be happening at the Dundas St. United Church downtown. It's close there on June 5th. It's on a Sunday at 3 p.m. The reason that it took long was because this was intentionally supposed to happen 2 years ago, around, I believe it was around the same date. I'm not entirely sure when, but COVID had shut down the last concert. We were postponing it further and further and further, and it got to the point where we just couldn't do it anymore. So it had to get just entirely shut down. And when this year finally we were able to come back in person, our conductor Len brought up the possibility of having the solo come back in one of our concerts, and that's how it happened today.
And how do you feel about finally being able to do this?
I think it just makes it so that because the concert was about to happen at first, and then when it got shut down, it was sort of a huge disappointment. So having this all brought back just makes it feel like, all the practice didn't go to waste at least.
And when you play Viotti, tell us what it means to you. What is it like, and what kind of emotions maybe does it evoke when you play?
It depends on which movement you're playing. So there's 3 different movements, which mean there's sort of 3 different styles. So for example, the first one is a little bit more fast paced, and you could say maybe just quite emotional, but I'd say the third one is more exciting. The second one's a little bit slower and a little bit more romantic per se. So it just depends.
Seamus, tell me a little bit about the kind of music you like to play.
I really enjoy playing classical music. I also like playing jazz. The kind of music that I like to listen to is actually probably rap. That's my favorite genre.
Oh, that's funny. That's quite a departure from classical music.
Yeah, it is.
And how long have you been playing, Seamus?
This is my first year in the LYS. I've performed 2 concerts for LYS. I was very fortunate to have lessons before the orchestra. I got the opportunity to play a lot before the pandemic because I went to Lethbridge Pearson School for the Arts. So I've been playing the upright bass for around 5 years now. And my bass teacher was the one that told me about LYS, and he encouraged me to try out.
And what do you make of it? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Henry, how long have you been playing the violin?
This is my 12th year.
Wow. And tell us your love for the instrument. Why do you do it?
I kept playing it because I sort of I don't want to sound egotistical, but I feel like I had a talent for it, and there was just a lot of people my teachers, my friends that helped me stay motivated with it along the way. I went to Pearson as well, actually, so keeping up with the violin wasn't very difficult. And I feel I don't know, it just eventually, once you go 5+ years, it just sort of becomes a thing that you do naturally, every single day.
Yeah, it's part of you now at this point.
Yeah, it really is.
And so what is it like for you, Henry, to be able to play in the same room as fellow musicians again?
Well, that's how it should always be. When COVID, once again, was more of a big deal in our previous years, people were trying to do online orchestras at times. Not the Youth Symphony, but that is that can cause so many problems. And music is just one of the things that you literally have to do in person, or else it's not going to work. So it's definitely we're going back to what we're all used to and what we're all happy with.
And Seamus, what do you enjoy about getting together with a group of other young people who enjoy playing music?
Yeah, LYS is a group of really talented musicians. I think the best part is that you can make friends with people who share the same love for music. And getting to see like the end result when you perform in concerts is really satisfying.
And what would you say to someone who is the right age, between the ages of 13 and 23 and is considering joining the orchestra? There are upcoming auditions on June 11th. What would you tell them if they're sort of on the fence whether or not they should do it?
Yeah, I'd say it's a wonderful opportunity. If you play an orchestral instrument, like don't be scared to just try out. Even if you don't get in, there's always next year and there's no harm in trying.
Henry, what's next for you?
So I'm actually I'm not fully decided yet, but it's likely that I'll be going to Western to study computer science. But I have gotten recommendations, obviously, from a bunch of people, keep playing. So I probably will, and as just a hobby, but not as an actual sort of pursue of degree.
And Seamus, what about you? You're just in grade 9 now, aren't you?
In grade 10 now.
10. Okay. So what are you hoping to do with your music and your post high school?
I definitely like to keep continuing playing my instrument. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't quite decided. But
That is
I
fair.
would definitely keep playing, yeah.
Henry, I know you have your violin with you right now, do you?
Yeah, it's right beside me.
Okay, can you play a little bit of VOT for us?
Yeah, are you looking for maybe just 10 seconds? I don't know how long.
You know what we'll do? We'll say goodbye to you now, to the two of you, and we'll let you play, and we'll just sort of fade down, and we'll let it sort of go into the next item, so it'll work out really nicely for us. So thank you to the two of you for speaking to us, Henry and Seamus.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much.
And Henry, why don't you play us out?
All right.
That's violinist Henry Lee. We also heard from Seamus Miller. They are with the London Youth Symphony, and you can find out more about their final concert on June 5th and those auditions on June 11th. Just go to londonyouthsymphony.net. And it is 7:44. You're listening to London Morning here on CBC Radio 1. We're at 93.5 FM or on your CBC Listen app.